I'm gonna do like yesterday. Hey Siri, set alarm for 10 minutes.
10 minutes counting down.
Alright, let's see what I can do in 10 minutes. So, yesterday I was giving the forelook that I was gonna give a little bit of an idea about what the rest of my portfolio had to do with it. I just think we should just take it by sequence here. So I went through Novo and Lee, and now there is PayPal. PayPal is here as a rather new position. You can see that I bought it a few days ago, and basically because there is a big potential in PayPal. They basically have a lot of customers, and they could use these customers more. I mean, everybody has a PayPal account, right? I do, and a lot of other people do. If you look at the timing of why I bought it now, it's a little bit down, but not a lot. You can see up here, it's sort of like PayPal has been higher, so we're hoping that it can search a little bit higher. It's an okay bet, and I think it'll go a little bit higher, and then maybe I will sell it again. What else we had? TWOU is a very interesting thing because it's basically a company which is has been unprofitable for some while, and the funny thing is that it has a pattern which is very interesting. And if you look at it, every time here there is a earnings report and then it crashes, but there is like, it's gonna be now that they're gonna change it around, and then they didn't and it crashes. And the same thing come here, that it's gonna be now that they fix it, and it crashes, and now it's really low. But this stock used to be very high. It used to be a lot higher than you can. Let's go to max. We're able to see it here. It was almost 100. So now it's 1/3 of a dollar. But the thing is that this company actually is a good size company, and it is it could be the time where it's going to turn around. You can see here that it's sort of like, maybe it's sort of trending towards this, but anyway, they changed a lot of the management, and maybe it's time for it to go up. But at least it is gonna have this expectancy curve that it will start go up, and then I will sell the two largest positions. You can see I have two positions here where I'm aiming to sell at a okay increase, but not so much increase, and then I will keep 1,000 shares in this company, just because on the off chance that this is finally, because it's too embarrassing for this company now, who is servicing big universities, that their stock is almost crashing. I think there is people holding a hand over them and not really caring too much about if they're profitable or not. You'll find out that the most people who own shares in this company are institutions, and they apparently don't really care about the price. But I think it has come to a point where it is embarrassing, and there is a sort of like, you should do something about it now. And I think it's actually coming, that they will finally turn around. But I think people anyway are expecting that this moment has finally arrived, and therefore the stock will trend towards going up, approaching the earnings report, which is just around the corner, 24th of April this month. So it will be part of my plan to reach the 10%, which I'm aiming for in this month here. And now making a video, of course, make it much more sort of like I'm really going for it. Let's see. And I got, this is an interesting one. BitDeer. I have 300 shares in, and if I was a real gambler, I'd probably put more. Basically, they have a very low cost on producing Bitcoin. Why is that interesting? Well, it's interesting just in itself, but because the halving of the Bitcoin is coming up, where every time these miners make a certain amount of blockchain, they get an award, a certain amount, but that is being halved, and that means that it's only those who can mine Bitcoin profitable which will continue to do so, because this company is set to go up. I think it's the only reason why it has not gone up. You can see there is a company like clean. Got the sun in my this one. It sort of has it's not as good as the company. You can see this company here is now it says around here in the beginning of the year, and then it sort of doubled its price, even more so at this point here. But this will also go up after the halving, because it is also able to produce Bitcoin profitable, even though BitDeer can do it much more profitable. So the reason why I think that this is has already sort of like bloomed is because it's placed in the civilized world. That sounds a bit wrong, but I think the general stock market is a bit sort of like this CleanSpark, the other one. Those two compared. This is based in Singapore. I don't know where you can see that. Maybe on it doesn't really give so much information. But anyway, this is Singapore, and CleanSpark I think is located in either the US or another Western country. I think that's the difference. But BitDeer actually has a better concept, because it's able to produce Bitcoin at almost half the price than CleanSpark is. So I think it's going to skyrocket when the halving comes, and that's just around the corner. Then I got Intel here, which I'm not sure that I really like, actually, because they I just 2 days. I mean, I placed the money here on those 2 weeks ago or so, but yesterday I saw an interview with the CEO. I didn't really like the guy. He seems like whiny, not very inspiring. So just based on that, I'll try to get out of it. But they recently got a lot of money from the Biden administration. We're talking extreme amounts of money, but that could be a good thing. But I don't really like that a company should receive so much money. It feels like they're not able to do it without getting subsidization from the government. So I don't really like that. Now the next company is a very interesting company. We're approaching very much the earnings report. And the interesting thing about this company is that it always has a bit of a run when we get to the earnings report. So the last one here, oops, and then it crashes a little bit, and then, but what I'm thinking is that it's going to do the same thing again. If you look at the accounts in this one, you can see, oh, I'm out of time. Okay, trying to keep it under 10 minutes to sort of like stay within being interesting. Anyway, you can see that it's hardly profitable, and as I understand it, their main problem is shipping their merchandise. They're actually doing very well. This is a company who's run by the CEO here, Sean David Nilsson, is actually the founder of the business, and it's sort of like his business. So I know he's going to fight the devil for this company. So I'm very tempted. So far, I have done this thing that on that I sold some. I first time I bought, this time around I bought here, and then I sold around here, and then a little bit up, and then I bought around here, and then I sold here. No, I actually sold there, and then I bought here. That's why I'm a little bit in a minus right now. But I think it's going to go to around, for sure, 25. And then I have a choice to make, either to stick around to see that if it's finally solved this shipment of merchandise problem and has become profitable. It's very likely that it have, because they had this problem now for some time, and you can see last year they were doing quite well at this time of year. It could be that this is a Christmassy thing they're selling. They're selling these bags full of, these bean bags, furniture, right? So based on this, that last year you can see that this was here. I think that it's probably running that there's a good chance that every fourth quarter is going to run profitable, in which case it's going to actually go up. I'm getting an idea now, because I don't like the Intel stock, but what I'm considering is a little bit of a risky bet. I'm thinking maybe I should sell half my Intel stock and place them instead in Love, because I think they're going to come out positive based on that, based on this. And I think because prior to that is Christmas season, and I think they're going to come out plus again. There's a big difference. They basically have 3 quarters which are slightly negative, ever so slightly, and 1 positive. And I think the positive is going to come here again. If you go on yearly, you can see they are profitable. But I think it's the profit they make in the last quarter, or the first. There is something funny going on here. There seems to be that I'm betting my money on that this thing here on the first visible quarterly is going to show again. So I think I'm actually right now planning to sell the Intel stock, even if they're at a loss. So sad. Intel basically came out and were very honest about part of their business, and then they basically was hiding, not hiding, but they had a sort of like way to do their accounts where you had everything was just in one bunch, and now they split it up, and then the investors could see that they actually one part of their business was very unprofitable, so it boom and actually continued down. But actually Intel was trying to be more transparent. So actually they didn't deserve this one. They really didn't deserve this one. But they still got it. And I think the stock market is going to take a little bit of time to like Intel. And Intel is also a little bit slow. And I think this idea about I have now on the love thing is a right call. So when stock market opens, I'm most likely going to sell my Intel stock and place them all in love. I think that's the plan. When you have the Gossamer here, I know I'm running over my 10 minutes allocated time by myself, which is a very interesting company. Something happened a few years ago, and you could be able to see that here. There was going well, and then poof, there was a concern here that made this drop. I investigated this concern and looked into it, and actually the problem which happened here has been solved. And they were actually close to final launching of the product, but not quite there. So the earnings report, which is coming up, is not going to be especially good because it's a medical company, research state, and they're running stage 3 of their product, and it's but those concerns which made it jump to almost like nothing is not there anymore. And then it's sort of like, you can see up here it's 9 and now it's 1, but actually those concerns are gone. So if it was really worth what it was, what the investors thought at this point, then it is for sure worth it now. So there is sort of like a 10 times increase hidden in this one. So even though if it's down now 13%, you can see it actually goes, if I go close, let's take a month, you'll see just within a month it went all the way up and was gaining almost 50% off above this. Now it's sort of like pedal a little bit down. I don't know why. But this company has the potential to just be a major gainer. So the plan is to sit tight, not do anything. I bought 1,000 shares, and I bought them at an okay price. Went down a bit, but let's just say that if it goes up to where it used to be, like here, then I've gained a lot already. But I think it's actually possible that this one is going to go back to this range, and at which point it will be a huge success, right? So that is very interesting. Anyway, so there's a big potential on that one. I have Novo B shares. This is just basically the Danish edition of Novo. It means that I'd be able to have an idea about where the stock market is going, because what happens in the Danish market is actually reflected later on when Wall Street opens. So you see you have 2 Novo positions in the thing. And then I have a little tiny portion in Google. It's just because I'm looking at Google at the moment. I'm looking to move some. I often do this thing, and I put a little bit of a reminder to myself, what is it now? You're going to put some money in next. And if you go on you can see they actually, before the recent crash, used to be just as high as they are now. But for sure, the strong company is much stronger now. It's got YouTube well sorted under it, and it's got Gemini going forward in the AI race. So it's a much stronger company. So I think it's going to go higher than this. I think it's going to go towards 200, possibly within a year or so. So you can see that the last year it gained very well. So I'm thinking about putting some money here. So it's just a reminder. When I'm finished with some of these projects, the Love project, for instance, I'm gonna move some money to Google. But Love is interesting. So I've got a few interesting projects going on here. So I'm gonna leave you to that and call that 10 minutes. And I'm not gonna make a video tomorrow because I basically went over the plan with you guys. I'm gonna make 10% this month, right? So, and what am I looking at now? I'm just looking to see if there is any pre-market information. There isn't any pre-market information. Okay. See, we went a little bit up. If we go to my chart, so we went a little tiny bit up. But I want to recapture all this thing here, and we're going to do this month. Very interesting times. So we're going to shuffle a little bit about and do some stuff on Monday, I think, and see how it goes. All right. That's that. I'm gonna check out now. Go and do some practical work in the house. I'm gonna do a bathroom actually. Not clean it, make it. All right. Anyway, take care.